Hi, it's Dr. H. So let's talk about working from home. It's been so fascinating since coronavirus COVID-19. A lot of people are working from home and I'm seeing a trend. The trend is so many people are saying my neck and upper back, my shoulders are so stiff and tense. And what we've learned is it has everything to do with the fact that their ergonomic setup at home is compromised. So what do I mean by their ergonomic setup? I mean their body positioning when they're working. And if you're doing it on a laptop, especially on the couch on your lap, a kitchen counter, a dining room table, the tendency is to go here. The human head is 8 to 10 pounds, the weight of a bowling ball. And when it's forward like this, that's like holding a bowling ball like this. It's heavy. But if you held it like this, the bones are bearing the weight of that 8 to 10 pound object, not muscles which are constantly working. The muscles that do that hold this bowling ball up if it's forward, bear in mind, in this case, gravity wants to pull it down like this to keep that from happening. These muscles, the trapezius muscles, levator, scapulae muscles that most people say they're shoulder muscles are tense. Bear in mind, we want to keep this bowling ball over the shoulders. So head back. It doesn't have to be all the way over your shoulders, but having the weight of your head borne by the vertebral bones rather than the muscles makes all the difference. All day long, I want you to stop every 20 minutes if you must, and just stop, do what I call pigeons. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3. You'll really feel it open up the back of your neck. When you do this at first, you'll tend to either lower your chin or raise it. That's not what I want. I want it to move straight back like opening a drawer or sliding your chin along the counter. What you will find is that it'll take about 500 times of making this change before you change your posture. By the way, if you do that, you get your head back over your shoulders. You cannot slump. Just try it. Try to slouch and get your ears over your shoulders. It's really uncomfortable. When you do this, everything else underneath finds its own proper neutral. So to have good posture, don't think, okay, arch my back, shoulders back. Don't think about anything except get that head back, ears over shoulders. Your posture will then be good. Next, I want to talk about a stretch of the trapezius and levator muscles. So to stretch my left upper back, quote, shoulder, either hold on to the bottom of the chair or with the left hand, or put the left hand behind the back. Turn your head to the right. With your right hand, pull forward and to the right. Now, while pulling in the same direction, slowly rotate your head and you'll feel the stretch coming forward on the side of the neck. So I feel this down low in the back. Now I feel it on the side of my neck. Now I feel it on the front side. When you're done with this stretch, this is really important. Don't pop up out of the stretch. Slowly release. Come back up to neutral. You'll switch, either hold on to underneath the chair or put the hand behind, the right hand behind the back. Head to the left, turn to the left. With the left hand, pull forward and to the left. Slowly rotate to the right. You'll be shocked how tense these are. And if you want, you can move throughout the stretch like this. So you're getting back, side, front side. Gently and slowly come out of the stretch, you're done. But with this homework, there's the forward shoulders also. And over time, that makes your pecs get really tight. I promise, you don't know how tight your pecs are till you do the following. I call this a corner stretch. You're going to stand up, find a corner. A lot of people have a hard time finding a corner, and if you close the door, you'll find one somewhere at home. Start with your hands eye level on the walls. Notice my elbows are bent. I'm not straight armed. And you walk into the corner until you feel like you can't go any farther. I'll bet you won't go this far. I only go this far because I've been teaching this for 25 years. Hold for about 10 seconds. Back out of the corner. Move your hands up about, 1.5 feet overhead. And repeat. you will feel this really pulling in front of the shoulders and chest. You have no idea how tight you are until you do this. Here's what I see. People are dying to get to the corner, so they're so tight in their pecs they can only get this close, but then they jut their head forward. Don't do that. We're trying to prevent the forward head. The other thing I see is people walking their lower body in or leaning. We don't want to turn it into a push-up. This is passive. It's a stretch. So hold that position for a good 10-15 seconds. You could do that half a dozen times a day. By the way, if your pecs are really tight, numbness, tingling in the fingers, especially at night, is very common. That's a sure sign that your pecs are super tight. So we're also going to talk about, I want to talk about just strengthening your shoulder blade muscles. If you sit like this all day, you're separating your shoulder blades, and over time it habituates to that. So we want to strengthen your shoulder blade muscles. Again, you could do this every hour while you're working at home in front of a computer, so integrated into what you're getting involved with. Stop. Even you can still read the screen of your computer, and you put your hands in what I call the stick 'em up position, and it's 1, 2, 3. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. 15 of those, you'll be shocked how tense you get. You could do that again half a dozen times a day. I'll bet in 1 week you would feel like your posture is better in terms of your shoulder blades pulling closer together. An even better way to do that, on the floor. We call this a reverse fly. So you're face down on the floor, chin on the floor. In other words, head not turned. Same starting position, and it's 1, 2, 3, 15 or 20 of those in a row is so great for your upper back. I cannot overemphasize what a great exercise this is. Great for your posture. When you're done, if you're feeling tense, you can do a quick little child's pose. Everything feels good with a child's pose. The last thing, the psoas. And we talked about this on a prior do-it-yourself video. I'm sorry, I can't remember the IGTV. The IGTV. We did a prior post about psoas stretch. It's a little more specific or detailed than this. The psoas is your hip flexor. It goes from the front of your low back to your hip. Its function is to flex your hip or your trunk. And if it's tight, it tends to pull your low back forward into too much arch. And that hurts your back. To stretch the psoas, find something that you can lean against. Couch, coffee table, even a chair will do. I'm going to stretch my left psoas. So my left side is against, I'm going to call this the couch, against the couch. I'm about 1.5 feet away. Go into a lunge as far as you can. In other words, let this knee get back as far as it can. And I want you to notice, I lunged my whole body forward, not leaning at the waist. So lunge forward. Now I'm going to rest onto the elbow and let the hip fall down toward the floor and the table. Rotate the shoulders, and I feel this really pulling in front of my left hip and lower abdomen. Hold ideally for about 1 minute. You'll stand, face the other direction, do the other side. If you just did those, even without extrapolating on proper ergonomics, which we'll do in a subsequent video, I know that will help prevent the negative effects of working from home. Hang in there, we're going to get through this, or maybe you'll work from home forever. Hopefully not. Okay, take care. We'll see ya.